Here's more wrestling news for August 27th, 2021. And your headlines for this afternoon include: WWE wrestler fires back at fans for not respecting criticism about CM Punk's AEW debut. R-Truth takes shot at CM Punk's Entitlement. Former WWE star regains ring name. Tony Khan says WWE was forced to let good people go. Backstage news on Chris Jericho's AEW contract. Original AEW plans for Jericho cruise. AEW wrestler recreates famous Stacy Keibler pose by wearing nothing but title belts. Eva Marie handpicked Doudrop from WWE NXT UK. Pat McAfee updates fans on his current health condition. Goldberg to resume feud with WWE Champion Bobby Lashley. Return date revealed. WWE locks down name for new video game. How much does The Rock get paid per Instagram post? And more. We're starting today with Booker T, whose name was trending on social media when he said he didn't appreciate CM Punk's debut in AEW. Saying that he didn't appreciate how frequently Punk has referenced WWE, the two-time Hall of Famer faced a barrage of backlash from the fans, and he's now responded to all the negative feedback. On his Hall of Fame podcast, Booker addressed the hate he's been getting, saying, "It's amazing. No, I'm serious, it's amazing. The hate someone gets for praising someone or just having a comment about someone like CM Punk. Like I said, CM Punk and I don't have any beef with each other. If I saw him, I'll tell him, man, you could have done a lot with that promo. I was looking for a pipe bomb, that's what I was looking for." So far, Punk hasn't had an appearance in AEW without taking a swipe at WWE, and we'll have to see if the best in the world can focus more on the company he's in rather than the one he's not on the road to his in-ring return against Darby Allin at All Out. Though Punk's debut has been universally praised, Booker T isn't the only one with a bone to pick with Punk, as R-Truth isn't a fan of the former world champion. On TikTok, a clip was shared in which Punk explained why he left in 2014, saying that when he was white hot, he was booked to lose to the likes of Triple H and the team of The Miz and R-Truth. In his comment, the usually joking Truth didn't mince his words, saying, "CM Punk, you lost to me and Miz cause we were hotter than you, sorry, and I never thought you were impressive at all, just typical entitlement." Punk has said that his debut last Friday was the greatest night of his career, and given his career, that's quite the accolade. But R-Truth didn't think much of last week's Rampage or Punk's entire career. In 2014, Luis Uribe Valverde, the original Sin Cara, was released by WWE and has been working as Caristico ever since. Now that's going to change, as according to CMLL, Luis will be going by Mystico, the name he used from 2005 to 2011 prior to joining WWE. This name change comes as his successor, Mystico 2, has announced his departure from CMLL, and now the original Mystico is back using the name that he made famous before his WWE tenure. For the past year, WWE has been releasing a ton of talent, which have all been explained away as budget cuts made by the company's president, Nick Khan. Now those superstars are finding work elsewhere, but the decision to release wrestlers at a time of record profits hasn't been popular with the fans. One person who is actually supporting WWE's decision, though, is AEW president Tony Khan, who spoke to the La Batard and Friends show this week, saying he understands why these cuts had to be made. Khan explained that WWE simply had too many people on the roster after they tried to sign as many people as they could, adding that the company has a lot of good people they had to let go in order to maximize their profit margins. The AEW president even went on to give WWE credit for making difficult decisions, saying they couldn't keep every wrestler under their proverbial thumb. It's rare to see anyone from AEW praise WWE, but Khan knows what it's like to be in charge of an internationally televised promotion, and WWE's cutting of talent has been a huge win for AEW, who've now signed some exceptional former superstars to their roster. More from AEW, and on this week's Dynamite, Chris Jericho was able to get another match against MJF, but only after agreeing to put his career on the line. On the latest Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer discussed Jericho's contract with the company, as his 3-year deal he signed in 2019 will expire next January. Meltzer added that Jericho has a 1-year option in his contract, so his actual deal will expire in January 2023. On Dynamite, Jericho said if he loses to MJF at All Out, he'll join the company's commentary team full-time, and whether he's in the ring or at the desk, fans can expect Jericho in AEW for a long time to come. Earlier this year, WWE released Chelsea Green 1 year after they released her fiancé Matt Cardona, and both have done pretty well since being let go. Green has already been working with Ring of Honor, the NWA, and Impact Wrestling, and is teased working with AEW and AAA as well, while Cardona recently captured the GCW World title, much to the disdain of the fans. This week, Green decided to try that title on for size and replicated a famous picture of Stacy Keibler, in which the former superstar is wearing nothing but the Dudleys' WWF Tag Team titles. To copy the image, Green stripped down and was wearing the GCW World title as well as the Major Wrestling Figure title, a championship created by Cardona for his podcast. Judging by the caption, when Green questioned the things she does for love, it seems Cardona himself suggested the idea of replicating Stacy's iconic photo, and Green certainly did it justice with her own take on the championship-only attire. At SummerSlam, the partnership between Eva Marie and Doudrop dissolved following Marie's loss to Alexa Bliss. Now it seems the pair will be feuding from now on, but the former Total Diva star is more than happy with WWE's plans, as long as she's working with the former Piper Niven. Speaking on Renee Paquette's Oral Sessions, Eva described Doudrop as phenomenal and added, "I handpicked her from the NXT UK because she is that bomb. She's incredible. I love working with her." Debuting on Raw earlier this year, Doudrop made history as the first NXT UK superstar to receive a full-time main roster call-up, and the fans can thank Eva Marie for bringing the Scottish powerhouse to Monday Night Raw. Over to SmackDown next, as Pat McAfee won't be at tonight's show after he tested positive for C19. Now, the former NFL punter has given an update on his condition, as on Twitter, he said that he'd been doing a lot of napping and the time away from his wife and friends has been a nightmare. Adding that the aches and heat come in waves, McAfee said he was experiencing fever symptoms with his temperature reaching 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit or 38.6 Celsius. As a constant source of enthusiasm on SmackDown, McAfee's presence will definitely be missed for the next couple of weeks, and we're sending him our best and wishing for a speedy recovery. At SummerSlam, Goldberg lost to WWE Champion Bobby Lashley after the match was stopped by the referee, who said Goldberg couldn't continue. It's believed that this finish was booked to protect Goldberg, who'd already lost to Drew McIntyre clean at this past January's Royal Rumble, but that's not the only reason for the strange ending. Wade Keller of PW Torch has said that this finish is setting up for a rematch, which explains why Goldberg's son Gage attacked Lashley post-match, before the Almighty put him in the Hurt Lock. It's expected that Lashley-Goldberg 2 will happen at Crown Jewel in October, and that the Hall of Famer will return in the weeks running up to the show. And with the Saudi crowd's love of older stars, Lashley's reign may be in much more jeopardy when the inevitable rematch takes place. It's no secret that WWE loves to trademark as many names as they can, but now a new filing may be hinting at the return of a long-forgotten game. On August 23rd, WWE filed a trademark for WWE Brawl, specifically as a video game title, and that name has been used for a game that was originally planned as a sequel to 2011's WWE All-Stars before the developers THQ went bankrupt. A decade since All-Stars was released, WWE may finally be working on the sequel, and we're interested in what WWE has in store for WWE Brawl whenever it comes out. One person no stranger to WWE video games is The Rock, who is making serious money on Instagram. That's according to the BBC, who report that the Brahma Bull is charging advertisers $1 million per Instagram post to promote their products, making him the highest paid celebrity on the site. That's more than the likes of Kylie Jenner, who charges $968,000 per post, and Taylor Swift, who by comparison is a bargain, charging just $722,000 per sponsored post. With 265 million followers, The Rock has a huge audience that sees what he shares on Instagram. And now you can have the Brahma Bull promote your indie band or local bake sale if you have $1 million to spare. And we're ending with Becky Lynch, who captured the SmackDown Women's Championship in seconds from Bianca Belair. As part of a heel turn, the man requested herself. Lynch was called in to compete after Sasha Banks was unable to face Bianca Belair, but Banks or no Banks, the man's return was always meant to happen. According to Andrew Zarian, Lynch was always planned to make an appearance at SummerSlam, but that the decision to have her wrestle was a last-minute call. Zarian also added that the title change was something new, implying that Belair would have retained the title had she faced the Boss as planned. Instead, Belair lost in seconds to Lynch, a decision that has angered many fans, and it'll be interesting to see how Lynch's heel turn unfolds on tonight's edition of SmackDown. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.